This week's Big Lap adventure takes us somewhere truly special on our journey east across the Northern Territory, Mataranka. We spend the day here drifting through the crystal clear thermal pool and surrounded by some breathtaking tropical scenery. We are Daniel and Bianca from Explorebound, and this is our Big Lap series. At the start of 2025, we packed our entire life into our trusty D-Max and headed off for the trip of a lifetime.
Starting in Perth, WA, we are making our way around mainland Australia to try and see as much of this beautiful country as we can fit into the year.
We'll be sleeping in our rooftop tent and living out of our fully custom DIY canopy fit out that's been a year in the making just for this trip.
So sit back, relax and enjoy the journey while we take you through all the highs and lows that the Big Lap can bring.
This series is proudly supported by Anaconda and also made possible thanks to iTech World, Altic and Tigear. Welcome back to another episode of our Big Lap series, where today you join us about an hour east of Katherine in the Northern Territory en route to the famous Mataranka Hot Springs. So it is a cold and raining day in the Northern Territory, which is actually a nice change of temperature for us. So what a perfect day to come and check out the thermal hot springs here in Mataranka.
Yeah, so pretty quick visit. We're just through for the day because we have to continue making our way all the way across to Queensland, especially after our little 4-day detour.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's lovely. I think it's going to only be about 29 max today, later this afternoon, so it's nice and cool.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's beautiful. So essentially there's two main hot springs in this area. There's Mataranka, where we are right now, and there's also Bitter Springs. We decided just to do Mataranka for this trip. I think Bitter Springs is a bit larger and a bit more natural, whereas Mataranka, from what I've heard, is a bit more developed. There's pavement and stuff around the outside. Yeah,
and I think Bitter Springs has a current that you flow along, and also apparently there's a lot of spiders, which is what put me off Bitter Springs. You can get cobwebs across it. So.
And it's free, so we literally rocked up here, went into the reception like, can we just pay to access the hot springs? She's like, no, it's free as long as you got your National Parks Pass.
Got the Northern Territory Park Pass, and we're like, yep, and she's like, it's all free.
Yeah, so we bought a couple of stubby holders, of course, as Bianca must at every place we visit. And now we're basically going to head down and check out these thermal springs.
Yeah. I feel the warmth coming off of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's quite nice.
That's so nice.
I can deal with that. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my god, it's like a big bar.
That's nice.
Can you touch again?
No.
Bad.
Bianca, show us what it's like for you to sit on the ledge here.
I can't, I've got a squat. Okay, ready?
Yep. Nice relaxing sit.
It is literally your size. I've never seen you like up to the shoulders.
This is perfect.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very warm. Like,
it is so nice.
I wouldn't want to come here on like a really hot day because it'd be too hot.
I think we timed it perfectly because it's like low 20s, or it was when we kind of arrived here. Cloudy weather, so no sun's coming through. It's just nice.
It would be very pretty with sunshine coming through, but it would quickly get very hot. It does have a weird sulphur smell about it though, which I guess makes sense. It's a hot spring, right?
Yeah.
Also, there's lots of slimy stuff on the walls and I don't like it.
It's not huge. There's only like a couple of little swimming areas here. So I think Bitter Springs is the bigger one. Rainbow Spring. Oh yeah, this is the actual thermal spring.
Oh, that's so
awesome.
cool. Look how blue it is. So we just found the source of the water that feeds this spring, and it's a natural thermal spring, which I guess it says in the name, but we never really actually realised
this is
actual spring.
Yeah, it's rainbow spring here, and it's so blue. You're going to think we're colour correcting this footage, but I promise you that is just genuinely how blue it is.
Yeah, no, that's really pretty.
Very cool. I want to go for a swim just down here, like where it's all coming out of the ground.
I'm so nervous holding the Osmo. I feel like I'm going to drop it and it'll be like...
Yeah. How deep do you reckon that is? That'd be a couple of metres, right?
Yeah, deeper than you. Anyways, so it is starting to get busier, so we thought we would leave the crowd to enjoy the springs.
Yep. Head back to the car. We are nice and refreshed after a swim, but although it is like quite cold when you get out after in the warm water.
Because it's so warm in there.
Beautiful spot though. Do definitely recommend coming down here.
Yeah, and look,
especially when it's free.
There's a walking track here, but it's apparently closed. That pretty much marks the end of our Northern Territory adventures, I believe, because we are now heading south at the moment, but very shortly we'll be turning eastwards, and then we'll be heading straight across to Queensland.
To tackle Cape York, which I myself am a little bit nervous about. I've been chatting with a mate of mine, Nathan from Exploring Oz, and he's just been doing the Cape. It's just opened. He was in one of the first 12 cars to actually get up to the tip, and he said it's pretty wet up there. He's winched many times, which we're not that experienced in doing, so a little bit apprehensive, but also excited as well, right? You can't do a lap without doing Cape York.
No, exactly. And it's also scary because it's literally like the furthest we could be from home will be pretty much at the Cape, which makes sense, right? Because we're from the southwest of WA, and this is the northeast of Queensland. So it's like we're
complete opposite
we're over
side.
5,000 kilometres from home when we're doing the Cape, which is probably, I hope, the hardest full drive track that we'll do this trip.
Yeah, I've honestly got no idea. Like, all we've done is see clips and videos of that track being done. Of course, what you see is when it's at its most extreme conditions. So it might be walking the park, we might be in for a few troubles here and there. I guess time will tell. But that pretty much wraps up our Northern Territory portion of this trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. And the next episode is going to be Cape York for our Big Lap series. So stay tuned for that. We're pumped, we're excited, we're nervous as well, but cannot wait for that one next.
Fingers crossed the D-Max is ready.
Yeah.
We are ready.
So we'll catch you in that one.
Happy camping, guys.
On the next episode of our Big Lap series, we tackle our biggest challenge by far while over 5,000 kilometres from home, the infamous Old Telegraph track at Cape York. This track pushes us and the D-Max to the absolute limit with the wildest water crossings we've ever experienced, challenges around every bend, and we find out why Gunshot Creek is one of the most notorious challenges in Australian forward driving.